We thought the house was finally safe. Then we looked up and realized the roof had been leaking for years. We had just 3 days left before returning to the Netherlands, and if we didn't fix it, our house might not survive the winter. After buying the house, we returned for our summer vacation. For the first time, we could actually spend time here as a family. The days were hot. The children explored every corner of the property. We cooked outside, sat under the trees, and slowly started imagining what this place could become. It felt like everything was finally falling into place. For the first time, we could really imagine a future here. But looking back, the warning signs were already there. We just didn't know it yet. The ceiling was covered in old damage. At the time, we assumed it had happened years ago. Nothing that seemed worth worrying about. We were much more focused on making the house livable. Repairing walls, cleaning up years of neglect, and trying to imagine what this place could become. Until the weather suddenly changed. Dark clouds began rolling across the plains, and towards the end of our vacation, the first serious storms arrived. At first, we weren't too worried, until we realized the rain wasn't staying outside. Water started finding its way into the house, and suddenly all those old signs began to make sense. The roof wasn't leaking in one place. It was leaking everywhere, and because this was a house made of clay, water was the one thing we couldn't ignore. Then we realized something even worse. We only had 3 days left before we had to leave. Waiting until next year wasn't an option, so we made a decision. The roof had to come off, and we started immediately, piece by piece, with no experience, no plan, and absolutely no idea what we would find underneath. Then another problem appeared. Hidden beneath the old roof tiles were wasp nests. At one point, Kevin grabbed one by accident. All I could do was watch him run across the roof. And while all of that was happening, the clock kept ticking. Day by day, more of the old roof disappeared. And slowly we started to understand why so much water had been getting inside. Some of the roof battens had seen much better days. Normally, we would have replaced everything. But with only a few days left, that simply wasn't possible. So we decided to screw the new roof sheets directly onto the existing battens. It wasn't perfect, but it would keep the house dry. Just a few days earlier, we had no idea how we were going to solve this. Now the house had an entirely new roof. It wasn't perfect, but for the first time since buying the house, it felt like we were moving forward. Little did we know, the biggest challenges were still ahead of us. A few months later, we took our horse to the vet. We thought it was going to be a routine check. We were wrong.